Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our show. This afternoon's production is brought to you by the Portland Kelly Cadets and Stites Performing Arts Center. Known for its quality instruction and family-friendly atmosphere, Stites offers classes to students ages 3 through adult, beginner through pre-professional. This afternoon, we invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy our production of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. He hated the ice skaters, the toy makers, and gingerbread cookies. He hated snowball fights and gift wrapping too. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. They're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming, I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Then he got an idea. He got an awful idea. The Grinch got a horrible, awful, wonderful idea. just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked, what a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I looked just like Saint Nick. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, giddy up! And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Whos lay a snooze in their town.
No.
And this hat of a just like Saint Nick.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are.
You're as cuddly as a cactus and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
You're a bad banana with a greasy bad peel.
Just face the music, you're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Yes, you are.
Your heart's an empty hole.
Your brain is full of spiders. You gotta get us all, Mr. Grinch. Well, I wouldn't touch you with a 39 and a half foot pole.
This is stop number 1, the Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go.
Get off your sled and go to bed. Don't you ever tire. Throw a bone, I'm finally home. Curled up by the fire. Snow is falling from the sky like ashes from an urn. Sweet dreams, my little one. Now it's my turn. Well, Christmas is going to the dogs. We'd rather have you toys than you logs. Things aren't looking very good, it's true. So I'll just lay here and chew.
The Grinch slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant and proceeded to take every single present. He grabbed the tree and started to shove when he heard a small sound. He turned around fast, and there was a little who. Her name, Cindy Lou. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" He replied, "There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side, so I'm taking it home to fix in my workshop. Then I'll bring it right back." Then he patted her head and sent her back to bed. It was 15:15 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze. When he packed up his sled, he packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the Who's, he was grinchishly humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a moment or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo.
At least it's only once a year. Perfect parcels tied with perfect bows, and carols ringing in my ear. Bundled up against the gold, lines wherever gifts are sold. Each shop window displays a Christmas scene for everybody young and old. For me, couples skating on the pond, naked angels on the lawn, 5 red victims drying on the rat, and needle shedding down mom. Red poles on the railings and snowflakes on the ground, but it's a green Christmas in this town.
"That's a noise," grinned the Grinch, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same.
Celebration.
Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? Christmas came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day. He brought back the toys, he brought back the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, served the Christmas feast. Thank you very much from the Stites Performing Arts Center and the Portland Kelly Cadets. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I hope so.